Hey guys, how you doing? This is Steve Goggins of Goggins Force, coach on Elite FTS. I want to talk to you today about meet prep, mental meet prep, about how you mentally prepare for a competition. Basically, say you're a week out. Normally a week out is when the training's pretty much finishing up. You're taking it easy. Everything. Most people are going pretty light. You don't have much heavy stuff left, and for the most part, you just kind of, trying to buy your time to get to the competition. So during that time, it brings up a lot of nerves and a lot of excitement and a lot of butterflies back and forth. So what I want to talk to you about is how to try to relax during that time, because basically doing that mental meet prep, because you're doing everything to make sure that, on one note, you're going to make sure, not mentally, but physically, you want to make sure that you stay healthy. So you up your vitamin C, you do whatever you can to stay healthy. Keep taking your vitamins, get some airborne, whatever you do to keep, to stay healthy. And because if you get sick, then the mental side is going to be to shit, because you're going to worry about that big time. So that's number one, stay healthy. Okay, next is on the mental side of the game, what you want to do is just, you got a few days to go, so you got 7 days out. You just kind of, you want to put your mind, you want to do your light days, take care of your light stuff, and just let your mind focus on other things in life. Just let the meet come when it comes. The day of the meet will be there. But when you get there, it'll be fine. So you need to not spend a lot of time burning a lot of energy, because you go be nervous. I've never went to a competition and was not nervous. I mean, I was as nervous as hell. I mean, I was pretty confident, but I was still nervous. That's the difference. So it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be able to have a little fright. You know what I mean? But as long as you're confident, you're fine. You're confident because you know you're training. You know what you've done in training. If you've done your homework and you train the way you're supposed to, there's nothing to worry about come meet day. So you want to take your mind off of that. Just kind of, ease on into the game, day by day, by taking care of daily activities. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what you need to do. Focusing on other things. Don't get into these long, drawn-out conversations with people asking you about the competition and asking you about what you think you go open with, what you think you go finish with, what do you think about this, that, and other. You already got that stuff in your mind. Don't rehash it over and over and over. Let that go, okay? Once you know what you go do and you know your numbers, just relax and don't keep talking about it, all the time. Whenever I get to a competition, someone would always ask me, so what you gonna do today? What you gonna squat today? How much you gonna do? And I had to learn, I'm like, I'm gonna do what I can do on that. I just started saying I'm gonna do what I can do on that day. Because most of the time I would always say, well, I'm going for this, and I'm going for that, and I'm going for all these big numbers, and I'd be so disappointed when it didn't happen. I'd be like let down, you know what I mean? So don't put unwanted pressure on yourself that you don't need, it's not necessary. I'm not saying you're not confident in your abilities that you're not go do it, but don't build it up and talk about it like you go, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to, don't answer the question. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do the best I can. I've trained for it. My numbers in training was pretty good, so I'm looking to go there and just, do the best I can. That's what you want to do. I mean, that's the way you prepare for a contest mentally. You don't over-talk it, overthink it, overbuild it up. And then you get on the platform, and then you're nervous as shit, and you can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? It falls to shit, and you wonder what happened. You put so much pressure on yourself. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. Go and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go to the competition, what you did in training sometimes may not come to light on the platform. You may have to do a little less. You may have to settle a little bit. You have to be okay with, with the potentially, okay, I may not be able to do this today. I may be able to do that. You have to be okay with that. So you have to be mentally settled. You can't just be your mind set in one way, okay? You want to be focused and you want to be confident, But you got to give yourself some leeway and live your life. Think about other things. And powerlifting at that point will be totally awesome on the day of that contest, and you'll be great. But if you overthink it and it's burn yourself out throughout the week mentally, don't be surprised if you lift like shit, because it happens. I've had it happen to me. You know, I got to the point where I just like, whatever. You know, I would know I'd be nervous. I'd say to myself, you know what, I'm not gonna be nervous until tomorrow. You get to the next day, I go, well, I don't think I'm gonna be nervous. I'm not gonna get nervous until the next day. I'm gonna just put it off. And I just always put it off. You know what I'm saying? The next thing I know, the contest is here. I mean, I was nervous, I'd say that, but I mean, you know, in other words, just go and lift. Just, you know what I'm saying? Let everything else take care of itself. You know your numbers. You know if you prepared and you prepared well, don't overthink it. That's all I got. If you got any questions for me, hit me up at gogginsforce@gmail.com. Any questions you got, I can ask them through video, through Elite FTS. I'd love to do that for you guys. So hit me up.